Welcome to Through the Halls Network. My name is Olivia Hines.
And I'm Andy Walpole. We're going to be flying through the halls today to update you on what's been happening in the nest.
To start us off, Hank Kopak will be presenting this month's sports action that's been happening in the Vatican. Let's get right into it.
Starting with freshman boys basketball, they've come off of a 3-game win streak, capping off with a win over Versailles last week. The boys have one last game this month on the 30th versus St. Henry at home at 6 o'clock. Games continue in February with one last league game versus Marion Local on the 6th at 6 o'clock. After that is the MAC tournament, which will be held at Minster this year. We are unaware of any seedings, but they will become available once the season is over. Moving to JV boys, they've come off of back-to-back wins versus both Versailles, which was a thriller in overtime, and versus Spencerville, which they won easily. Their last games of this month conclude with a road trip to Lincolnville on the 28th and to Van Wert on the 31st. The JV's February is started with an away game at St. Henry, which will serve as great competition for the Jays, and it finishes with an away game versus Marion Local. This team is filled with great team chemistry, and I'd expect to see a deep playoff push when it comes around for the squad. Next to Varsity. They're coming off of a heartbreaking loss against Spencerville, but with a 6-day break, the Jays will come out rejuvenated and ready for a MAC showdown versus the Minster Wildcats, who are sitting at the 8th seed in the MAC. Their last games of this month conclude with Lincolnview on the 28th and at Van Wert on the 31st. The Varsity's February is started with an away game at St. Henry, who's sitting at 4th in the MAC, and it finishes with an away game versus 2-seed Marion Local. The Jays are sitting at 3rd in the MAC right now, and with a few strong wins throughout February, I would hope to see the Jays in one of the top 2 spots. The Varsity girls are coming off of defeat to Versailles and are now tied for 6th in the MAC. Their month ends with a trifecta of games starting on the 24th, which is versus Lincolnview at home, the 26th away at Minster, and capping off the month on the 29th versus LCC. Their February games are versus St. Henry, also tied for 6th in the MAC, and the 3-seeded Coldwater Cavaliers. Then the girls are off to the MAC tournament. I wouldn't count out the Lady Jays, as they have shown to defy odds a few times this season. And finally, the Blue Jay Wrestlers are looking to finish out the month strong with matches at Clyde, Riverdale, and LCC on the 21st, 25th, and on the 27th through the 28th respectively. The Clyde match is at 9 a.m. and the LCC times have yet to be scheduled. In their last match at St. Ignatius, Grady Holgrave placed 12th, Parker Will placed 13th, Logan Tolliver placed 21st, Austin Schaefer placed 23rd, Eddie Kesson placed 6th, Riley Mueller placed 11th, Josh Unland placed 12th, and Camden Gable placed 17th. The Jays hope to continue their winning ways at Jefferson and Ada and will finish their season at home versus Lincolnview.
Next, our fine arts segment from Noah Slowinski, a new segment called In Tune. Now, what does this segment include, Olivia?
Well, Andy, this segment is going to be a highlight of everything that has happened in the Fine Arts Department recently, including the band, arts, and choir.
That sounds like an upbeat time. Take it away, Noah.
Hi everyone, and welcome to In Tune with DSJ Performing Arts. This is Noah Slowinski, kicking off 2023 with an update on all the great stuff our Blue Jay performers in band, choir, and theater are doing here at St. John's. So let's get this show on the road. In December, our junior high and high school bands, the Varsity Singers, and the Blue and Gold Chorale all entertained the Delphos community with amazing Christmas performances. And the Varsity Singers traveled to Lima for their annual world tour. Our dedicated DSJ pep band has been rocking it out during boys and girls basketball games. And everyone appreciates the great Blue Jay spirit that they bring when they rock the house during the games. I want to give a shout out to 3 Blue Jay vocalists, senior Peyton Stabler, junior Kirsten Klaus, and myself, sophomore Noah Slowinski, for singing the national anthem at some of the girls basketball games. Many of our Blue Jay instrumentalists and vocalists are currently working hard to prepare solos for the Ohio Music Educators Association Solo and Ensemble competition in February at St. Mary's High School. In the world of DSJ theater, it's that time of year when all of our Blue Jay actors and actresses have been anxiously awaiting for Mrs. Slowinski to announce what the spring musical will be. And I'm happy to announce that this year's musical takes us back to the 1950s with the T-Birds and the Pink Ladies as we perform Grease this coming April. Well, that's all for now. This is Noah Slowinski saying it's time to close the curtain on our first segment of In Tune with DSJ Performing Arts.
Thank you, Noah. Now we have our Saint Spotlight.
This is where reporter Jack Bakke will be giving a short explanation on the life of a very interesting saint. Now to you, Jack.
February 14th is commonly known as St. Valentine's Day, but did you know we also celebrate the feast of St. Cyril and Methodius on that day? Cyril and Methodius were brothers who were born in Greece around the year 820. They both became priests and missionaries to the Slavic people in what is today the Czech Republic. They created the Glagolitic alphabet, which is the oldest known Slavic alphabet. Cyril died on February 14th, 869. Methodius died on April 6, 885. In December 1980, Pope John Paul II made them the co-patrons of Europe with Saint Benedict. Saint Cyril and Methodius, pray for us.
And lastly, we have our DSJ fun fact told to us by Olivia. So what's the fun fact today?
Did you know that one of the priests from St. John's, named Father Sazin, brought bedroom furniture from Germany and is still used today? The priests even call it the Father Sazin bedroom. They have all their original pieces, except for the headboard for the bed.
Well, well, the more you know, right, Olivia?
That's right. Thank you all for listening, and be sure to stay tuned for our next episode.
Also, make sure you tell your friends and family about our channel. Our info will be posted on the St. John's website.
Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Through the Halls Network.
Until then, see you next time.